Hello, everybody. Welcome to the PodOwwll show. I'm super excited about this week because this week is the Owwll Go Live week. And just getting some of my cables here sorted so my phone doesn't die on me in the middle of all this fun stuff. And yes, we are live on LinkedIn. I see my little indicator there. So I am very, very, very excited about that. So welcome. I am Stephen Kimbrough. Some of you know me as the Pod Brother. Some of you know me as, hey, stop that guy. He's got my wallet. That's if you're in Central Park. That's my New York Central Park joke for you guys who used to know me from New York. And so I'm very, very excited about this week because this is the Owwll Go Live week. I'm going to have some really cool guests on. And let me just reach out to Jason and AE. And let's see. Sure, I've got my stuff going. So, yeah, I'm super excited about this week because, here we got EA right here. Let me let him into the studio.
Yes. Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent. Happy Tuesday, brother. Happy Owwll week. It's a great week for us, man.
Happy Owwll week. Hoot, hoot.
What it do? What it do?
You know, you is what it do. We is what it do. The live Owwll week is what it do. Yeah, I'm really excited to have it on with you, man. You're like, you know, ever since you came to the app, I'm like, okay, cool. We got another cool brother here to keep the flavor going.
Yeah, I love what you bring to the app too. Like definitely the humor, very humorous. Like, man, if you guys don't call my brother the Pod Brother on Owwll, then you're missing out on a great time, great energy. Every time I talk to you on the Owwll app, bro, I get that good energy. So yep.
Yeah.
For all those that don't know about Owwll, I'm telling you, it's for today's working entrepreneur. Okay, it definitely goes hand in hand. You know, with COVID, they shut the world down a lot, so people were always looking for new ways to find income, new ways to socialize, right? So for me, Owwll is a great way to network. I do a lot of great work on that space, man. I don't even take personal calls anymore. You have to contact me. For the first time, you got to call me on Owwll for me to even know that you're a real person. You know, AI and all that stuff is real out here. So I want to make sure it's a real person. So
that's a very good technique. I like that. I'm gonna add that to my playbook.
Absolutely, and it works like a charm. Like I'm definitely, if you go to Owwll, OWWLL, look at my profile, man. It'll say it all. Like it tells why I have so many calls. It's because I vet my people. I vet my new clients through that app. So yeah, it's beautiful.
That is a very good idea. You know, I run into a lot of celebrities out here in Hollywood, and I think that'll be a great pitch. It's like, hey, if you don't want to give out your number to, you know, your fanatical fans,
absolutely
download the Owwll app. You know, get on, become an ambassador, and just, you know, hey, you want to be on my fan club? Then you know, you can reach out to me here, provided I'm on and I'm available, and nobody didn't beat you to the punch.
So how long have you been on Owwll? How long have you been working with that platform?
You know, I am considered by Jason to be one of the official Owwll OGs. And when he called me that, I was just like, oh, dude, bro. It was an emotional moment.
Right. Originals. You're one of the originals.
Yeah, I'm one of the last 10 remaining original OG Owls. I'm one of them. So I've been on for about a year and a half. I came on in the beta phase of it all.
Okay.
And was part of kind of working out a lot of the glitches there. And, you know, I remember when Jason came on and he was just like, hey, we've got like, you know, 10 great ambassadors. And so let's go for a 100 ambassador drive. So we all kind of did a vetting process to find the most qualified, the most experts in their fields and professions, to try to see if we can get them on. And it was a process, man, because we were so new. People had a hard time even finding us on the app. And then when they did, there was a beta process that was a little bit complicated. And we just worked through it. We just punched it out. We did, hand-to-hand combat with walking people through how to get in and on. And we got some people that came on and were great. And some people came on and they dropped off. Um, but then we kind of fought until we got to the point to where the coders got the app to the point to where the Apple Store accepted it as an actual app. We kind of got through the beta phase, and I remember Jason being so excited when he would be on these meetings, and he'd be like, "Yeah, we finally got to the point to where like we're going to be out of our beta phase. It's going to be awesome, and then we'll be able to like call each other." And then we went for a really strong ambassador push after that, because now we're out of beta mode. We have a lot more credibility as an actual official app in the store. That was somebody trying to call me. And then, so the excitement of then to be on the app and then, have some credibility to go out and push ambassadors gave us a real strong, ambition to push for ambassadors. And so we, a lot of people, I can remember with some of these meetings and some of these phone calls, we were just super excited, and we were just, just recruiting people like crazy. And some people came on, some people fell off. And then all of a sudden, the technical and the economic side of the app was starting to get developed and put together. And Jason, like, his eyes lighting up, and he's like, okay, soon we're not going to be working with fake money, bonus money. We're going to be working with real dollars. And we're like, what? Real coin? Are you serious? So we were all like, can't wait to see how that worked. So then everybody went and did a kind of a second look at their profiles and all their links. And then, that's when he was like, okay, we're going to go through Stripe. So you have to make sure you get your Stripe account set up so that you can have that financial vetting. And then once I knew that we were going to be using Stripe, because that's what I use for my financial online merchants vendor, and they're reliable and they're secure. And I use them for all three of my stores. I use them for, all my online um, 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 merchant transactions. And that's when I was like, okay, we're going to be here for a while. This is the real deal. Not that I didn't think it was before, because it was fun, but I was just like, this is awesome. And all of a sudden, we were able to load up some real cash, and we were able to make some real cash. And then that's when it really got exciting. Now it's like, okay, how can we use this? And then there was this phase of, okay, how much do we charge, and how long are the minutes, and how do we push this? And it was really exciting. So I've been on this app from the really close to the very, very, very beginning, and it's been an exciting ride, and it's been very cool and exciting.
Everybody knows what the importance of a resume is, its purpose. I'm sure everybody already knows that, but it's
been very cool and very exciting to see the evolution of it. So that was how long I've been on the app. I think we lost AE. Hopefully he will drop back in here. Let's see. So anyway, that is what's cool about this Okay, so in any event, I've been on the app since the beginning days, and it's been pretty exciting. One of the things that I have been looking for my um, for for my enterprise, I guess, because I'm doing a lot of things. So to give you an idea of what I'm doing, I'm a stand-up comedian. Um, I do film challenges. As a matter of fact, the 48-hour film challenge is coming up right here in Los Angeles, and I'm looking to put together a team for that. So if you want to be in a 48-hour film challenge, you don't necessarily have to be here. We can zoom in some scenes, we can do some voiceover. We don't know really what the story is, we don't know what the genre is, but I'm compiling a really cool team so that I can have a diverse, a variety, a regional challenged cast and crew to put together my 8-minute film. Now, I have been doing the 48-hour film challenge since I first moved out here, which was in 2004, I think was the first time that I was involved with the 48. I've done it 10 times, and it is a real challenge. You have 48 hours from scratch, from concept, to make an 8-minute film, and you got to turn it in literally like on the second. Like they literally lock the doors. There's a person there with the watch, and you start at 7 on Friday, and they lock the doors at 7 on Sunday. And it's painful to see people like running through the parking lot and just like hand on the door, like get your finger in there. Hopefully they don't break it. But it's pretty intense. And here's how it works. What you do is you draw a genre. They give you a character name that you have to use in the film. They give you a line of dialogue that the character that they give you or anybody else in the film can use it. And it has to be exact, it has to be verbatim. You can't mix it up. You can't do a derivative. You can't, chop out a word. It has to be word for word. And you get a prop, and that prop has to be in a scene so that we can identify that all of these elements are inserted in this film, and we know this film was not prefabbed and made earlier than the Friday 7 o'clock start time. And then you go out there and you put your cast and crew together, and you make your film. And it's exciting, it's cool, it's fun. You meet some incredible talent. The fact that you have to get the film done in 48 hours, which means, as a director, producer, writer, actor, you have to go with your raw talent and your instincts and to bring your best choices and your best decisions to the project. And it's very, very, very exciting. And it's a great way to learn how to work under pressure and work fast and bring your A game, be efficient, be professional, because if you're not those things, you're not going to finish on time and you're not going to have a positive experience. So to be able to pull your team together, a lot of people you just met for the first time, and bring a film across the finish line is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So the cool thing I like about that as it relates to the Owwll is, there are a lot of very new people, new actors, film students, acting students, voiceover students that move out here to pursue the profession of content creating. Hollywood is one of the meccas of that. And I've been here long enough to have gained some experience on some do's and some don'ts. And obviously, we're all a student in this industry. But I've been here long enough to have enough experience and enough connection and enough know-how to point some people in the right direction. And even some folks who's been here for a while and been doing it for a while, there still might be a few things that I might be able to share with them or even collaborate with them. I'll get experienced professional actors, writers, producers, comedians that will want to call me and be like, hey, what do you think about this? So as the app was something that I thought, oh, wow, this feathers perfectly into that segment of my career and what I'm doing with all my filmmaking. And so now as I meet filmmakers, I was one of the first professional filmmakers on the app. So, so for me to go out and recruit more industry people to be on the app made a lot of sense to me, because not only could those experts and those professionals share some of those industry tips, but new people that are looking to get into the industry and wanting to do some real cool leveling up without wasting a lot of time. You can tap into one of these experts. You can tap into me. You can tap into whoever's here. And here's the other thing that's cool about the app too. A lot of people in the industry, they don't have their own infrastructure and their own supporting team when they are here to put their career together. And what I mean by that is, yes, you need to have connections for the industry stuff, for the creative stuff, for all the crafts and the departments that have to do with creating entertainment and pre-production, production, and post-production. Yeah, all those skills and that knowledge and that expertise and all that is extremely important, because without any of that, you're not going to get anywhere. However, once you are on a roll and on a road to achieving those skills and those level ups, those milestones and platforms, you still need a solid team behind you that is maybe your accountant, maybe your life coach, maybe a personal trainer or a fitness professional. Maybe you might need an attorney. All of these support professionals are people that you can tap into on this app. So it's almost like you come with your own HI, and everybody's talking about AI, but do we have our HIs in order? And what of our HIs? That's our human intelligence, our human beings, our HI human intelligence who are part of our team and supporting what we're doing and where we're trying to go. So I recognize that the Owwll app can be one of those applications that can help you with that, above the line and below the line, in front of the camera and behind the camera, with your pursuit of your talents and skills and the people behind you that are supporting you for what you're trying to do, and keep you on the right track and help point you and get you in the right direction. So on the industry side of what I do, I thought this is a perfect app for me to really assist me in that area. And it is awesome. It is awesome. One of my most amazing, intelligent, professional in the union film advisors is Maria Georgasian. She's a young, sharp, bright, energized director, and she is really, really good. She produces, she's a UPM, she's a coordinator of productions. She writes budgets, she breaks down scripts, she writes scripts, and she's fast. She can type like 200 words a minute, like some lightning crazy feeder. Fingers go so fast, it just looks like it's fake typing, like she's acting. That's how fast she can type. And she's on the app. So I can go on, and if I have a question about anything that I'm doing, it's awesome. It's good. I'm good to go. I can call her. I can tap into her. I can, you know, figure out whatever I need to figure out. She is a priceless intellectual commodity right there on your phone. And depending on what her rate is and what she wants to charge for the specific thing that she wants to help you with, she can then go on and be like, okay, I can help you with this, but I'm going to bump my rate up to the actual industry consulting rate fee so that the compensation that I get for the knowledge and wisdom that I'm going to share with you is of market value. And then I'm glad to do it. Yeah, whatever your rate is, no matter what it is, it's going to be worth it because I know how you get down. So the industry side of how you can utilize the app and how I utilize the app is one of those applications that you can use for that. The other thing I'm looking at is, okay, so what are some of the other things that I do in my career, specifically as it relates to me as an industry professional? Well, I also am a stand-up comic. And being a stand-up comic of 40 years, I obviously have some experience and I have some stories and some knowledge and some wisdom about this industry. And from being a comedian, I've been able to tour colleges, cruise ships, comedy clubs, corporate gigs, fundraisers, uh, pick up any type of show. I've worked on the radio, the American Comedy Network. I've done TV. Uh, I have done just about anything you can think of, private shows, conventions, conferences, air shows. Pick if there's a group of people that had a microphone in front of it that where there was an attempt to make them laugh, I've probably done a show like that. And with that experience and with those shows, you learn a lot. You learn a lot of those shows in the beginning you take just because you're excited to be in front of people, you're excited to do your material, and you're excited to get paid. Some of these gigs were really, really good money. And the reason why they were really good money is because the comedy conducive environment was so toxic and distracted. No real professional comedians wanted to do it. So they would get the young suckers like me that would be like, oh, wow, this is amazing money. Somebody wants to pay me, do some jokes. And then you get to the gig and you realize, how am I going to do comedy here? There's way too many distractions. And so from those years of doing stand-up comedy, I've become an expert in that field, and you pretty much cannot blow a hole in, um, stand-up comedy and ins and outs. And some of the comedians that I've worked with back in the day have gone on to be amazing professional comedians, writers, directors, studios. Brian Kiley ended up writing 22 years for the Conan O'Brien show. Um, who we have, Chris McGuire ended up writing for Snoop Dogg for like a decade. Um, you have, who else do I know? Dave Chappelle. He went on to be Dave Chappelle. So uh, it's very, very cool to be in an industry and be a part of a group of people who like really went for it and actually became something. So as my comedy career relates to the Owwll app, what I'm excited about is because of that experience that I've gained, and I'm still a working comic. I have my resident show is at the Comedy Chateau every Thursday. I do comedy benefits for PayGive, which is an app that gives rebates to foundations. You can select in a drop-down menu the foundations and organizations that you would like to have your rebate go to. And every time you buy something from some of these major um, um, franchises, you can give your rebate to the foundation that you selected. So very, very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. So I'm doing comedy benefits. As a matter of fact, that campaign is called Laugh and Give Until It Hurts. And so our next comedy fundraiser is for the Parkinson's Foundation. And if you go to TerryShapiroPR.com, you'll see that event. She has Parkinson's, and that event is in honor of her. So if you want to go to that webpage, you'll get information on where you can get tickets, where you can make contributions to the organization, or you can buy tickets to the fundraiser, which is going to be at the Comedy Chateau, July 27th, which is a Thursday, 7:30. Tickets are $20 online. You can get them at thecomedychateau.com. And just scroll down through the menu. You'll see on the 27th a list of some great comedians that's going to be on there. Brian Kiley is going to be headlining the show. I'm going to be hosting it. And we've got some really cool, very funny comics. Mike Dawson's going to be on there. Julie Sporka is going to be on there. Who else? Kareem Matthews is going to be on there. It's a great show, and I highly suggest you stop in and support us in some way. We're also looking for let me know what time it is. We're also looking for sponsors. So if you want to sponsor, or if you want to buy a block of tickets, or if you want to sponsor a gift that we can do in the 50/50 raffle, by all means, just you can contact me. My email, if you'd like, info@podbrother.com, info@podbrothernation.com. That comes to me, or you can do Stephen E. Kimbrough@gmail.com. And if you have any thing that you want to sponsor as a gift for the 50/50, we're more than welcome to get that. And then we'll add you to our partner page, our sponsorship page. We'll give you links to your business, your products, your service, and then everybody wins. And the other thing that I'm excited about this show too is the comedians that are performing are going to get tips. So they're going to be on tippingcomedians.com. And so they get a chance to get a little bit of love too, so you can make a contribution to the foundation. The club is making the money on the tickets, and then the comedians also can get some love on tippingcomedians.com. So, and then the nominations start at like $5, so that's not really going to break you. And full disclosure, 20% of that goes to the PNN Academy, which is where I teach folks how to do stand-up and some ins and outs on the comedy industry. And I'm not saying I know everything, but I know enough to where you take the workshop, and it's a one-day, 8-hour workshop. I used to do an 8-week workshop for 2 hours a week, but life gets in the way. People got jobs, families, this, that. They get gigs, going on tour, and they miss weeks, they miss classes, and you don't really get you don't get the chance to take advantage of the total thing. I have to do one-on-one makeups, which is an additional cost. So I decided, let's take everything that I know, everything, and just really smush it into an 8-hour intensive comedy workshop. I broke it up into 3 sessions, and each session has 30 workshops. And each of those workshops, we can drill down into several topics so that you can get the best out of that experience. And so you take the course, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, the app could be perfect for the comedy side of my enterprise because, yeah, you learn comedy and then you're going to have a ton of questions. A lot of comedians and open micers and actors, they call me up, and writers, they call me up and they're tapping my brain to punch up their set, their script, their lines, their performance anyway. So the app dovetails perfectly into that side of my profession. So I'm like, okay, I can use this for the film side. I can use this for the comedy side. This is amazing. And so now when students take my class as a requirement, they also have to download the app. They put their information on, and then if they have any questions about any of the workshops or any of the moves that they need to make, if they need advice on their act, their character, their setup, their punchline, segue, taglines, industry, booker, comedians, open mic, touring, auditions, then they can call me on the app, and I can set my fee anywhere from like $1 to, $100. Some people have their app set at $2,000, and I don't know if that's a joke or if, like, yeah, I'm really valued at $2,000. So anyway, that's how I saw the app would really be a perfect addition to my comedy. And so I see people are hitting me left and right. I've got another show to do at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to cut this short. If you guys want to download the app, go to Owwll, www.ll.com. Use comedy as the promo code, and you can join the team. You can be, an owlet, as they say, a person who just basically wants to tap into the experts, or you can become an Owwll ambassador, which requires a vetting process by the CEO, Jason R. Hill. You'll have an hour one-on-one with him. He'll vet you, check out your social medias, check out your website, get an idea for what you do, make sure you are who you are, you do what you do, and you are good to go. So give me a call, drop me an email. You can go to the App Store, and yeah, you're good to go. So thanks for hanging out. This is my first PodOwwll live Owwll podcast week, and thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. I appreciate you.